Everybody. God damn it. Blame everybody right now. I just, I tried doing this episode yesterday and I had a mic issue, so I had to come back and redo it. But the one article I found yesterday didn't even want to talk about the staffing shortage. Even this article here, the way it's worded, kind of, blames the airlines for being staffed too thin or something. I don't know. But it's like we had like 20,000 plus flight cancellations since Christmas. And of course, they blame the weather. They blame the weather. Yeah, right there. But airline staffing cuts were also to blame. You know, look, man, I own, a half a dozen recruiting companies and brands, executive search type stuff. I don't have a single customer anywhere on this planet that's not hurting for people right now. Don't tell me that it's just the staffing cuts. Have you tried hiring anybody back? And I see these articles sometimes that's like, man, you're not out there operating in the real world. I'm invested in restaurants, bars, consulting companies. Obviously, I just talked about the recruiting world. A company called Employment Boost that does career services, resume writing, outplacement, career coaching. All day, every day, I'm looking at these. I deal with these kind of conversations, and to say that it's just staffing cuts. Do you have any idea what it's like to run a business right now? Anyone I know that's running a business is struggling to hire people. So, do you think that the airlines aren't dealing with the same thing? Those customer service jobs, the baggage handlers, all those types of jobs, everyone's struggling to fill. So who's to blame? I don't know. You blame COVID. I mean, I spent my morning yesterday calling around trying to help a friend get a test. I couldn't even find him a test. He's over there calling trying to find a test. He couldn't get a test. 2 years into COVID, and you can't even get tested. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of people to blame right now. Blame everybody. But to sit there and say, like, they're trying to blame it on the airlines, it's always blaming on the corporations. But it's hard to hire people right now. I don't know if anyone's checked the news. The great resignation, like every day, over and over and over again. On top of the fact that you're trying to run a business that is so cyclical right now, it's almost impossible to manage. Your demand is spiking and then just tanking based on the next variant. So, how do you staff appropriately for that? How do you keep the right number of employees and still stay in business? A lot of times I see people talk about this. They never had P&L responsibility for anything, or they've never been responsible for anyone other themselves in their whole life, let alone trying to run, a company with hundreds of thousands of employees. You can't overstaff and then the next variant hits and then you gotta lay a bunch of people off and then you bring people back and you lay them off and then that beats down morale and people don't want to work for you. It's like, it sucks right now. It sucks being in the business world. So, probably not going to get any better for 2022. I just saw something on Google News that said they found a variant in France with like 46 mutations. Like, it's not going away. It's not going away. This is life. This is a new life. You're gonna deal with cancellations, and they're gonna blame it on the weather. Blue sky, sunny, no wind. Canceled 2,000 flights today because of the weather. I think this is also why you see in private air travel boom. I was looking at NetJets and Wheels Up to possibly split with a couple people just so I could go somewhere with friends or family and trying to make it somewhat affordable. Man, NetJets, I think they got you on like a wait list now. And even if you sign up for Wheels Up, you can't even book a flight for 90 days because there's so much demand right now. And then they're also dealing with like a pilot shortage. But I can see where this is going to push people to use more private air travel because it's going to be a pain in the ass to fly just regular commercial anymore. I'm thinking about 20,000 flights, how miserable that made people's holiday. Like, it doesn't sound fun to me. But, yeah, I don't know. Who's to blame? Man, everybody. We're all kind of in this mix. It seems like the government's not going to save us, the federal government, our state government. We as citizens are making mistakes. It's hard to run businesses right now. And I guess there's some weather, right? It's winter. It's obviously there's some there's some weather going on, but I don't think there's any one place to blame this. But I mean, if they could actually staff up right, then I'm sure some of this stuff doesn't happen as much. But I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you work for airlines? What's going on? What do you see? Certain news channels want to say it's a vax mandate. Other channels want to say it's just a virus blowing up. Everyone blames the weather. It's just, isn't it part the staffing shortage as well? Is that not causing some of the issues? I don't know. That's all I got on this one, though. I'll catch you on the next one.